is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Magandang gabi. magandang gabi po, California. Mula dito sa California. Ayan. Magandang tanghali dyan sa Pilipinas. At alam ko po dyan sa Pilipinas at talagang mainit po dyan. Hindi lamang po ang weather ang mainit, kung hindi mainit ang nangyayari ngayon dyan dahil nga sa eleksyon ngayon at may iba-iba na po mga balita na nasasangkap na. Ano ba yung word na yun? Nababasa natin. Nasasagap natin. Ayan. Maraming salamat, Kumaring Emlyn. Buti na lang. Ayan, nasasagap natin mula sa iba't ibang lugar dyan sa Pilipinas na mayroong mga problema sa mga sa machine, meron po nag-brownout pa po, meron pang nagkagulo, no? Doon po sa lugar namin, especially po sa Cotabato City, talagang medyo nagkagulo at gustong ihinto at nangyari kasi masyado ng nagbabantay ang ating mga mamamayan dahil umiiwas sila na madaya nga o magkaroon ng dayaan. So ganung kaingat, sa sobrang ingat, ayun, lalong nagkagulo. So yun po mga kaibigan, so kaya po yung mga papuntang mga boboto, yung mga nakapila dyan, ayun, mag-ingat-ingat po at tabaan nyo pa po ang pasensya nyo, no? At mga kaibigan, again, welcome dito si Kumaris. Walang iwanan, hindi po yan ang topic natin, pero pag-uusapan po natin yung nangyayaring eleksyon dyan sa Pilipinas habang hinaantay po natin ang ating special guest ngayong araw na ito, all the way from Australia, mga kaibigan. But proud Filipina. At bago ang lahat, syempre, we are so blessed and happy dahil tayo po ay kumpleto ang ating mga kumaris ngayon. At sakto, happy Mother's Day sa ating lahat, sa lahat po ng mga mas mapagmahal, mapag-aruga, at mapagpasensya, mapagkalinga, at lahat mababait at mapagmahal na mga nanay dyan. So happy Mother's Day po sa inyong lahat. And of course, happy Mother's Day din po kay Ate Flora. So mga kaibigan, mga kumaris, kumpares, share nyo na po ang ating programa. At pwede ka din po kayo makisali sa ating usapan. At kung may mga question din po kayo sa ating mga special guests o sa ating mga kumares, ay welcome po yan sa ating programa. At i-type nyo lamang po dyan sa comment box. At bago ang lahat, mga kumares, kumpares, eto na po, babati na po sa ating mga naggagandaan na at nagtatalinuhan na mga kumares. Tama ba ang term yun? Iko-correct tayo ni Kumaring Emlyn Olfindo Santos. Ate Em.
Hello, kumusta kayong lahat dyan, mga kabayan all over the world? Straight from Dubai, nagpupugay po ang inyong Ate Emlyn, Kumares Ate Emlyn. And yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and would-be mothers, yung ating mga anak ng mga babae na magbibigay ng mga anak sa nasyon natin. Ganyan. And of course, sabi nga, historically, this is a momentous occasion for the Philippines dahil ngayon, ang election, I think this is the most anticipated election of all times. Parang boxing ito. Tama-tama kasi meron nga din tayong isang kandidato na champion sa boxing. Meron naman tayong dating anak ng presidente. Isa naman anak ng namayapang isang na ano siya sa airplane. Di ba? Ang daming varied personalities in our elections, even in the senatorial race, even in the vice presidential race. Pero ang importante, Filipino ka, bumoto ka. Ayan na. So, welcome to Kumaris Walang Iwanan. I will give you to our host, Attorney Eileen Ligatizon.
Yes, maraming salamat, Kumaring Emlyn, Kumaring Sarah. Happy Mother's Day sa inyo, sa inyong dalawa, of course. And syempre pa, Happy Mother's Day sa lahat ng mga mothers sa buong mundo. I'm sending my love and hugs, virtual love and hugs to all the mothers in the world. I know dito sa US, syempre, ano pa to, Sunday pa ngayon eh. So, sa ibang lugar, sa Philippines, especially, I think, din sa'yo, Kumaring Emlyn, Monday na.
Yes.
So, natapos na ang celebration ninyo. Kahapon kami ay patapos pa lang. At,
Oo.
and of course, election na rin sa Philippines. First day, di ba? Tama ba
Oo.
ako? Yes.
Yes.
Wala pa ako masyadong balita. So, makikibalita ko sa inyo sa kung ano nang nangyayari sa election natin sa Pilipinas. Sana ay mapayapa na naisasagawa ang election ngayon. At lahat sana ay magkaroon ng pagkakataon na makaboto, ma-exercise ang inyong karapatan na bumoto dahil bawat isa na maaring bumoto sa Pilipinas ay entitled for one vote, kaya wag niyong sayangin ang boto na yan. Yan. So, Kumaring Emlyn, Kumaring Sarah, ano ba ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon?
Ayan, correct ka dyan, attorney. Napakahalaga po yung ating boto, ang ating nag-iisang boto. Kaingatan niyo po. At may mga balita-balita akong nalagap, no? Na talagang
Nasagap?
Nasagap.
Ayan, nasagap, nalagap.
Yung lagap, parang ano yun pag kumain ka, masama.
Oh.
Lagap.
Ay, ganun ba yun? Lagap. May word pa lang ganun, no?
Ayan, mega shoutout pala kay Ate Adele. Tinatanong niya kung nag-dinner na ako. Ay, Ate Adele, all the way from Long Beach, California. Thank you for watching. Hindi ko na makita yung mga comments eh. Ayan, dito sa akin cellphone na parang nagluloko. Parang napati yung cellphone ko.
Ibabati mo na ako ng Happy Mother's Day sa nanay ko,
Yeah.
nasa Australia, sa mga tita ko, si Nanay Mina, Tia Aning, special bati sa kanila. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes,
Siyempre sa
Happy
mga kapatid
Mother's
ko
Day.
rin, kay Didet at kay Rochelle, Happy Mother's Day. Yan.
Ayan. At syempre mga kaibigan, again, meron po tayong napaka-special guest ngayong araw na ito. Ka-excited din tayo, Kumaring Emlyn, ano? At Kumaring Attorney Eileen, all the way pa from Australia. Di ba doon si mama mo, si Mama Delia?
Yes. At ewan ko kung ano na siya ngayon tune in.
Ayan, oo. Oh, by the way, mga nangyayari dyan sa election, naku po, tiyaga-tiyaga po kayo magpila kasi grabe daw yung ibang lugar, grabe yung pila, no? So,
Oo. Kasi, kasi hindi lang, dati kasi ordinarily, pipila lang, no? Pero ngayon, may protocols, merong ganito, so medyo talagang may proseso. So kaya nakapilang todo ang mga tao. Oo.
Ayan, oo. So talagang kailangan habaan pa yung pasensya, no?
Oo.
Wag ho kayong susuko, no? Kasi yung iba parang sa haba ng pila, gusto nang umuwi. No, sayang naman yung boto niyo po, mga kaibigan. So kung pahabaan niyo pa po yung pasensya.
Pero extend ba to tomorrow ang pag hindi natapos ang botohan? Yan ang gusto nating pag-usapan o one day lang talaga.
Hindi, wala namang balita, wala,
di ba? Oo. It was never announced, so it is usually
unless may nangyaring sakuna or hindi naituloy na gawa.
Kaya kung may mag-apila. Ayan.
Or usually tapos na to by 3 o'clock yata or before 5, di ba? So, yan pang hindi na-consider or hindi natin na-anticipate because of the pandemic na kung hahabaan ba nila yung oras. Kasi usually, hindi nila pinapagabi kasi nga, kung minsan walang ilaw o yung sa mga liblib, di ba? Mag-umpisa na ng counting by 5 after 6. Pero yun ang mga bagong nangyayari ngayon sa election.
Yes, correct ka dyan, Kumaring Emlyn. At ngayong araw pong ito mga kaibigan, hindi lang tungkol sa eleksyon ang ating pag-uusapan. But at tulad po na na-mention kanina, meron po tayong napaka-special guest all the way pa po no sa Australia. No? At siya po ay internationally published artist at designer, no? At isa rin po siyang model mga kaibigan, ano?
Wow.
And I'm so grateful dahil naipakilala sa akin ni Kumaring Jo Rayton. Ayan, yung aking Kumaring Jo. Siya po ang producer ng isa sa mga producer ng 700 Club Asia. Kaya maraming salamat. So and heto na po, kasama na po natin siya live via Zoom mga kaibigan. I-welcome po natin siya dito for the first time po sa Kumaris Walang Iwanan. Mas kikilalanin po natin siya mga kaibigan. Ayan, so makakakwentuhan po natin mga kaibigan. Ngayong araw na ito si Chona Massingham. Hello, Sister Chona. Welcome to Kumaris Walang Iwanan.
Hi everyone! Gabi na ba dyan?
Hi. Iba-ibang lugar eh. Oo, iba-ibang lugar. So, but hi, Chona.
Hi po! Kumusta kayo? Happy Mother's Day sa atin lahat dyan sa iba-ibang sulok ng mundo. Dito tapos na sa kahapon. So, dyan sa stay. Ngayon yung Mother's Day nyo. I hope you had a blast with your family. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. At buti na lang. Alam ko, busy-busy ka. Ang dami mo mga ginagawa at mga project, Sister Chona. No? But thank you for giving us a time na makakwentuhan ka namin dito sa Kumaris Walang Iwanan. At nais kong ipakilala sa iyo ang aking mga co-host na nagagandahan. Ayan, si Kumaring Emlyn Santos mula pa sa Dubai. Nasa Dubai siya ngayon. At si Attorney Eileen Ligot Dizan mula naman siya sa Houston, Texas. So magkakaiba-iba kami ng oras, Sister Chona. So thank you again. Thank you so much. So ayan, para sa kaalaman ng lahat, Sister Chona, no? Paano ka ba nagkaroon ng career bilang artist, model, designer diyan sa Australia? Paano ka nagsimula?
It started when I moved here. I think in 2015. Kasi yun yung time na nag-stay na ako dito. Nag-migrate na. And that time, I have to leave my two girls. Yung older, I have two kids at that time. And I have to leave them behind. And sobrang takot ko. And then, I have to stay home. I have so much time. And then, I realized before, just like God reminded me of like, yung pagdo-drawing ko, pagdo-sketch ko. And then, I got encouraged by my husband that maybe you can start painting. So sabi niya, paint ka. Sabi ko, no, I don't know. Sabi niya, you just have to try. No, pwede natin gamitin para pang display ng bahay natin later on, ganyan. So ngayon, I started with just like doing it, like, for myself. And then it's good. Alam mo, ang ganda na nagawa ko. And then nakita ng family ko. And then they started to ask me, paint for us para i-display daw nila. And then nakita ko, wow, pwede pala ako mag-provide ng mga ganitong artwork. So tuwa ako, sarili ko, wow, nagpipaint ako. Alam mo yun? It's a discovery for me. It's a new thing for me. And I myself was really surprised sa nagawa ko because I never painted before. And then that was 2015. I keep doing that, gifting people with my artwork and, and then recently, last year, I got invited by my friend to join a charity fashion show. So sabi ko, sige nga, pinayagan ako ng asawa ko. Pero I never done it from the time that I moved here in Australia. So that was the very first time that I came out. Because the whole time, I was depressed. So I'm using painting as my sort of outlet, to heal. And eventually, I brought my kids here. So, like I do that as my pastime and hobby. And then last year, I was invited to join a fashion show. And then, sunod-sunod na, nag-join ako ng casting and I got in. And I got spotted by a publisher. And then I started getting published in the international magazines. And then as I delved into the fashion industry, mga fashion shows, I thought of, hang on, I'm an artist. I cannot always be a model. But I'm I can be an artist forever. So I have to somehow, there's no accident. I know that, like I was on search, like my purpose, why I was placed in the fashion industry. So I said, Lord, I'm already like on the maturity stage, like, I can't always do this. So I said, what's my purpose here? What's my purpose? You tell me. And then, my mentor told me, his name is Priyanta Malabi. He's the one that said, oh, maybe you can paint on dresses. Because he saw me, I'm an artist. Because he published me in a magazine as an artist. And then he said that maybe you can introduce your artwork in fabrics. And I said, yeah, I actually have a fabric. I've been doing that at home now. And he said, oh, really? So maybe you can do more. And I said, I'm scared. But then, slowly people have believed in me when they saw a sample of my work. And then that was the open door for me to level up as an artist on canvas. Now I'm an artist that, do artwork on dresses. So that was exactly the beginning of my journey. So I collaborated with fashion shows. I show my dresses with artwork. Ganyan. Wala na sila dito. Wala akong mapakita. Good.
Wow.
Curious lang ako,
Yes po.
So, nagpipaint ka dun sa mga dresses?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not embroidered, it's painted, hand-painted by you.
Yes.
So most likely, every piece is unique. There's no,
Yes.
hindi nadodoble yung design, right?
Yes. So
Wow.
actually, I am promoting the sustainability in fashion right now, because right now we have this fast fashion we call, and then every year how much textile that's getting dumped. You know what I mean? So I'm promoting like a sustainability in this industry, especially we women. As a mother, when I buy clothes, sometimes you invest on that, and sometimes there are pieces that are really, really good. But then because you already wore them for how many times, and then nakita na sila sa picture, parang pangit na lagi na lang yun yung paborito mo. Di ba? Ganyan.
Yes.
So this artwork can give another life to this dress, and instead of chucking them or keeping them in your wardrobe, I can that's why I'm offering. I said I can put some new life, new face for that dress.
Wow.
And then hang on, after you wore that, maybe one or two, after you have done a few events, of course, hindi na naman maganda na lagi na lang ganon. So my suggestion is stretch that fabric. I think that clothes will probably fair enough. You have already wore that enough. So maybe you cut the fabric with the artwork and stretch it in the canvas and turn it into an artwork. So with that sense, you have everything on that artwork. You have probably the tela na ginamit mo is probably been years already, and the memory is there. So the artwork will make it live like a lifetime. So,
I
ganyan.
see. So, so let's say nagamit mo na ng ilang beses, because, we try to recycle, di ba? We try to mix and match so that you can use it
This is
more than
upcycle.
one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
ito
my
yung,
word is upcycle.
I see. Okay.
Upcycle.
Yeah. Upcycle. Okay. That's a better term, I guess.
And then later on,
Recycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And then, for the last time, i-frame mo siya. Is that what you're saying? Like, stretch it. When you
Yes.
say stretch it, and then it becomes a decoration sa bahay mo
Frame
na. Yeah, frame it. Yeah. That's right. Okay.
Frame
Well,
it.
that's
That's
I never heard of that idea in the
beautiful-
past, right? Yeah.
it's a beautiful
An innovation.
concept. Yes, it's a beautiful concept. It's preserving at the same time, recycling, preserving, and then mounting it as a
Yeah.
memento.
All art.
Diba?
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
And imagine
That's a
that memories that dress brought through the years. No? And then you have the picture wearing that dress, and you can tell your children later on, look at mommy. She was actually wearing that piece of clothing before. But here, like, pwede ng pamana. Oh, di ba? Ganon. Alam mo naman, art,
Galing.
something value.
Very innovative, ano?
Yes. Oo. Talaga na.
So where do you get your mga inspirations, mga ideas mo? I mean, I know that you paint, and of course every artist, painter, meron silang certain inspirations or where you get your ideas para sa artwork mo.
That's a good question. Actually, my inspiration are from people. From people that ask me to paint that creation, to paint that artwork. I always solicit their favorites, what's important to them, like what do they expect to see in that creation. So the mere fact that I ask them with a favorite color or any color that probably they want to see in that artwork, I have to ask that. And then sometimes they give me like multiple subjects, objects, and they give me some picture inspiration. And I said, of course, I can't copy that. I said, but I'm gonna probably see the style. So that's like what you like. And I'll put everything that you want on that picture. And ganon lagi. So inspiration ko is coming from the person that asked me to paint. So it means, they can't paint it, but they really love artwork. So every one of us, we have this love for creation kasi, like for painting. And I want those people to share that with me. So a piece of them is on that creation. So that makes it more personal for them, like you approach. Kasi di ba pag nakita nila, oy, ako yung may ano niyan, ako namili ng color, ako nagpalagyan, ganyan.
Yes.
So it's very personal for them, mas meaningful. So that's why all my creation have different looks. I don't have specific, so I have like just flat painting. I use oil. Really depends on the build up. If there's a build up, I have to use more of yung mga impasto or modeling paste. So depende, ganyan. So depende sa mga request nila.
Wow. Meron ka din ba mga, let's say, di ba yung ibang mga fashion designer na di ba pag minsan may mga damit sila na i-display nila and then meron ka bang naging lumapit sa'yo na, hello, pwede mo bang itong pinapintahan nila para mabago naman at ma-present naman nila?
Yes, it happened. And because the former dresses that I showed is only for fashion show. Like, just to show people that this is what I can do on this. So earlier, dun sa answer ko, I was referring to a canvas artwork. This time, I'm answering with the fabric. So yes, a lady, a friend of mine came to me and asked me for help. Sabi niya, oh, my gown is very plain. It's gorgeous gown. But of course, nakita niya siguro yung mga gown ng mga kalaban niya. So this is a pageant here in Australia.
Oh, okay.
So sabi niya, medyo siguro kinabahan siya. Sabi niya, yung mga kalaban niya, decorated yung mga gowns with all this, ganda-ganda. Tapos pagdating sa kanya, maganda din. Ang ganda ng cut. Tapos, pero wala siyang mga gem. And sabi niya, she just have 2 weeks left. And then, naalala niya, nag-create ako, nag-paint ako. Sabi niya, sis, baka pwede mo naman ako tulungan. Sabi niya ganon, kaya pa ba to? Kahit maliit na lang, ganon-ganon daw, butterflies. Her name is Blue. Hi, Blue, just in case later on you will watch this. Anyway, I'm talking about you. So, ngayon, she asked me, she just requested just like simple, na lagyan lang ng decoration sa baba, sa laylayan. So she came to me and I saw the dress and she is really like, I can sense her heart, Tapos tinitignan na sabi niya, alam mo, yung mga gown ng ibang ganda-ganda, sabi niya gano'n. So, kapag mo kong tulungan, bahala ka na. Sabi niya gano'n, nagdala pa nga siya ng sample ng trimming ng damit para daw, kasi pina-repair. So, sabi practicean mo. Sabi ko, anong pagpa-practicean ko? Sabi, practicean mo kasi kung kaya mo. Sabi ko, don't worry about it. Just leave it and then I'll help you. And then sabi ko, sige, ilalaban natin to. Sabi ko, ilalaban for the best dress. Kasi hindi, I didn't promise her. Alam mo yun? I did not promise. Pero nung nakita ko na siya, nakita ko yung heart niya, yung, alam mo yun, yung that time. Sabi ko, what is it I can do for this person? You know what I mean? Sabi ko sa kanya, leave it to me, ilalaban natin to. And she won the best dress that night.
Wow.
With all those butterflies. Wow. Yes! That published in the magazine, di ba? Tuwa ako na-achieve niya something. And, it feels great. You can impart something. Like, it's simple like that. But I'm just happy already, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Wow. Ah, Kumaring Emlyn, ikaw ba may question kay Sister Chona?
Sister Chona,
Yes.
are your creations, ito na, the $1,000,000 question, are they expensive? Are
No.
they, oh, okay.
Sabi ko ganun, no.
Oo,
I
oo.
actually work on someone's budget. Like, like I can even just like do it for free. I actually donate my creation. Like I
Awesome.
support charity fashion shows,
Mm-mm.
and I give my art to raise funds
Right.
for unfortunate people, or probably to support women that are victims with domestic violence, or
Wow.
so I give out this creation just because, like, instead of monetary, I provide my artwork so they can raise funds, so they can
Right.
use it to, like, for auctions, bidding, and everything, and eventually that will turn out into monetary support. So I do that. I support those.
That is very commendable kasi out of your art you have an advocacy, and out of your advocacy you reach out to the Filipinos or to the community which is underprivileged. And so we say mabuhay to you, Chona.
Salamat.
Kudos, mabuhay ka. Oo.
Sana ma-invite natin si Chona dito sa US, Kumaring Sarah.
Oo
Para
nga.
magkaroon ka ng, para mag-create
Exhibit
ka ng,
or
exhibit.
or pageant na or ano tawag mo doon? Hindi,
I know.
fashion show.
Fashion
Oo.
show,
Oo.
yes.
Considering that. I'm actually planning for my own solo exhibit because for how many years I haven't done that. Because I don't have my paintings here. I have nothing to show. You know what I mean? Nandun lahat sa mga tao. So, pina-project ko yan ngayon to create my artwork on canvas so I can come up with something to exhibit, and then make some innovations of painting as well on those apparels, bags, shoes, and dresses, and have women showcase it. So at least, like, to show what I can do. So yeah,
Did you try documenting them already, taking pictures of them? Like, even if it's been already given to that lady, at least you took a picture of it, or so you have a catalog. I think that's also a good thing.
They are published in the magazines.
Okay,
They
very good. Wow.
Yes. I was featured last January in an international magazine, and all my creations there in fabrics and bags and shoes are all there.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So yung si Blue, yung girl, yung friend ko na ask na magpa-paint ng gown niya, she's actually published as well wearing that dress. Yeah. I could just like all those photos later on. But I got them in magazines actually. I actually have, but I just forgot to take it out. But I have copies here of my magazines.
Okay.
It seems that you're enjoying your whatever you're doing, yung yung ginagawa mo.
Actually,
it resonates sa mga the way you're talking about it. We can see the passion, the love of what you're doing. So makes me wonder, ano kaya yung mga greatest challenges na nakakaharap mo since you are actually doing this in a foreign land. I mean, foreign in a sense that it's not you're not the Philippines, and I know that there are some cultural aspect of it. Also, yung mga very competitive din yung mga nasa industry na yan. So what are the challenges and how do you face those challenges?
Before, when I was just used doing my artwork on canvases, I started like promoting myself probably silently on my own page. Like after I create that painting, I know I will lose them. So I take picture and I post them on my page. Ganun lang. But then there's some void in me. Like I was like thinking that maybe there is more. Like I don't have any inspiration like foreign artist, painter from the past. It's just like with me, it took a while before I found my identity in the art, because I don't understand why I paint different things. You know, I don't have like uniformity. Other painters kasi mga artists, they have like stories. They have like similarities. But I don't. Like, you know, like I questioned myself, ano ba to? Parang random ano lang ba ako? But then later on, I said, Lord, bigyan mo ko, i-lead mo ko kung ano talaga yung purpose mo sa akin. And then, of course, there's challenges for all those years. And I just started last year. So it means for the past 6 years, I was quiet, but I didn't say it. It was just in my heart that I just wish I can come out with more. I can be I can introduce my art to the locals. You know what I mean? Because ako international, pinapadala ko lang sa kung saan-saan, Japan, States, Philippines yung artwork ko, but no one knows who's the artist behind the creation. So with the local, no one knows me here because I'm always at home and everything. And suddenly when I got invited in the events, that's when I realized that, okay, I'll just give my shot. You know, I joined as a model, just a model. And then suddenly they asked me, what do you do? Like, you know, I said, I'm an artist. And then they started looking at me. We became friends and they started like, it's, yung spread ng word, yun lang. Then, yung slowly nag-open yung doors for me, yung opportunities. And I didn't even like struggle. Kasi I think kung para sa'yo, ibibigay yan sa'yo. Hindi mo yan siya i-grab or hindi ka struggle. Pag para talaga, gift talaga para sa'yo, favor talaga sa'yo, it will just be handed to you, even in a gold platter. Or probably silver platter. Hindi na gold kagad. Because there's still more, you know. So it was given to me, and I'm thankful because I never asked for this. I never even imagined. Alam mo yun, yung now I realize like, oh, okay, I got published. Oh, okay, I've been joining runways, and then now yung creation ko, it comes with my name na. So I'm happy with that. Actually, dun lang sobrang happy na talaga ako, and I don't really aim for so much. Ganyan.
Wow. Nakaka-proud bilang Filipina. At maraming salamat sa iyo, Sister Chona, no. Sa lahat ng ginagawa mo, like you're being doing designer, you as an artist and now model. Sa tatlong 'yon na ginagawa mo, ano yung pinaka nai-enjoy mo talaga?
Actually, when I was young, balikan natin yung bata pa ako. Kasi ayoko sagutin yan. Balik muna tayo sa background. Yung bata pa, yung nanay ko, lagi niya akong ginadamitan. Yung bata pa lang ako, I already have a 6.5 or 7 na feet. So, yung heels niya kasya sa akin. And I think, and bata pa lang ako, malaki na yung ba ako, pero hindi na siya lumaki. Oh my God. Then stay na lang siya ng ganon. So, ngayon 6.5 to 7 lang din ako. But at that time, yung mami ko, gusto niyang, parang gusto ko nagde-dress up. Tapos gamit ko yung mga damit ng mami ko. Yung mami ko, muna sosyalera. Tapos, pag nagdamit. I don't know if you met my mom. Yung mom namin ni Jay. Pastor. Yeah. So, mahilig siya na magagandang damit.
Namit ko siya. Kasama
so, we're talking about her.
Si Pastor Jay.
Mami.
Yan. Hello po, Mami.
Mami. Mother's Day. I love you. So, ginagamit ko yung damit niya. Tapos lakad-lakad ako dyan. So, hindi naman ako marunong. Basta walang nagtuturo sa akin, lakad lang ako ng lakad. So, laging routine ng mami ko, maglakad ka nga. Ganun lang, pagpagod siya, lakad ka nga, magmodeling ka. Ganyan. So, when you grow up in a province, like I grew up, like, you know, where TV is not really, and it's not popular, you know, magazines is not popular. So you don't have any basis of what you are doing, but it means it's in here. But I never know that. Okay. But I already started drawing as well, as young as when I was 4 years old. I remember that because my brother would Kuya Aldrin and Kuya Joel would always teach me how to like do like yung mga movement ng kamay paano mag-drawing. So it means when I was young, I have already a passion for fashion and art. And now I have discovered again my love for the arts just few years back. In that I started painting, and I wasn't good with sketching, but I found out that I was actually good with painting. So I discovered that passion again when I was young. Akala ko kasi nakalimutan ko na. And then later on, along the journey of being an artist, I found my long lost passion for fashion. So I actually made a great marriage of passions,
Yes.
the art and so it's not hard to integrate them because this is me. I am the common denominator of these two things. So it's just that wherever I go, I brought them with me. You know, sometimes I can just do a modeling, but then every runway that I attend, I offer my artwork. Oh, you need some artwork? You need a donation? I'll give my artwork to you. Something like that. So wherever I am, I support these people. I support the organizations that it's not just me. I bring my artwork with me and I offer it to them for free. Like, ganun. So it's not hard actually. So,
Wow.
and I can empower women as well. Other women, I empower them. Wear my artwork. We get published in magazines later on. Ganyan.
Para, habang pinapakinggan kita, para mapapasabi ka ng sana all. Ganon.
Sana, oo, sana all.
Sana all. Tama. Ay, ikaw ba, Kumaring Sarah, meron ka bang talent sa pagpipaint?
Mahilig ako, oo.
Mahilig.
ako.
Ba yung mahilig?
Mahilig.
Na may talent ka, di ba?
Iba yung talent, di ba? Yung talagang gifted, oo. Pero,
That time
Oo.
Ayan ang talent ko sa radio, broadcasting. Actually, I can't do that. Nag-graduate ako in mass communication sa Philippines.
Wow.
I majored the broadcasting, mass communication broadcasting, and it really my wish. Just a dream now, because I never really practiced it for how many years. Yeah.
Oh,
But did you do it in the past? Because you said you'd never practiced that for how many years? But did you ever practice?
Never.
Pero,
Nag-iba ako. I just wish like I probably just took a commerce or marketing or, business kasi yung ginagawa ko ngayon, yun yung ini-involve ko. So, fashion designing. But I didn't. I just chose like the easy, maybe para sa nanay ko dati kasi mga kapatid ko nag-graduate ng medicine, tapos ng engineering. So ako, alam mo na, mas komportable sa bahay. So, mas
komportable. Para parehas pala tayo.
mas komportable sa bahay. But to make it formal, it's easy. My mom doesn't need to spend so much with all those engineering requirements. Alam mo na, they have these tools and mga kailangan nila sa school nila, sa courses. Even my ate, she needs to have this expensive dental equipments in order to just like proceed, and they have this reviews and bar exams. And it's just like hard for me. I don't think like I said, I'm just gonna take this mass communication because I think I'm good with talking, ganyan. Yun. Kaya ako pinursig. Pero dahil nag-asawa ko na maaga, hindi ko na pursue yung yung course ko. I mean, yung career na dapat na finalo ko.
yeah. Total nabanggit na rin naman ni Chona na nag-asawa siya. So how many children do you have right now? And how old are they? Do you have children?
And I have 4 children. The eldest is 18 years old. The second is 11. The third is 7. And then the youngest is 4.
Oh.
Wow.
Boy. Yeah. So,
Toddler.
ang sipag, no? Pero take time ko. Kasi malayo yung mga age gaps din nila. May mga gaps sila. So, I have 2 children from my first marriage and then 2 children dito sa second marriage ko.
Wow. Imagine ko lang ay tayo din. Yeah, pero kami ni Kumaring Sarah. May 3 years old kami. Ngayon, yung 3 years old ko, mahilig din yan mag-dress, ganon. So, na-imagine ko, how are you sharing your talent sa mga anak mo? Do you share it? Do you bring them to work? Do you let them wear your designs? Kasi
Plus,
parang mahilig mga bata sa ano, especially pag mga girls.
yung two children ko, two adult, no, I mean, the two
Teenagers.
older, no, because
Okay.
isa pang teenager ko, the 18 and then the 11.
Okay.
Sila
Mm.
yung nakikita ko talaga ngayon na mayroon silang passion for art.
Mhm.
Kasi yung panganay ko nag-paint talaga siya. And we are actually together sa art community namin. We have an art organization here in Australia, the QF AAA. So we belong to one art one organization. So pag nag-exhibit ako, nag-exhibit din siya. So we are a group.
Oh.
Panganay
Nako.
ko. But I always tell her that you should find your own identity in arts. You should not copy. So I know that by looking at me, they get encouraged. Like, nabubuhay yung ano nila, yung pagiging creative nila, na nakikita nagka-crafting sila. So itong pangalawa ko, she sketches. So she have her own style of drawing and she do crafting as well. So nakikita ko na parang sumusunod sila sa akin, but I always tell them that you don't copy me, but I want you to find and discover what you are really good at. And by you discovering that, that's when you can express yourself truly as an artist, So kasi dapat meron kang uniqueness like,
Yes.
dapat meron ka talagang galing sa heart mo. It should be very natural without looking on someone else's creation. So yun nila. But with my two boys right now, they're young. So hindi ko pa nakikita itong mga ganitong talents. But with dressing up, they have their own identity as well. Dressing up, but they're fashionable. Pero hindi ko pa sila damitan na painted. Ang panganay ko, she will have her formal soon sa high school. And yes, I promise that she will be dressed up with mommy's creation.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, masasabi natin, Chona, na kumbaga, you're living your dream dahil, di ba, kung ano yung ginagawa ngayon, yun talaga yung hilig mo. So, sa pagiging nanay naman, punta tayo, since dito sa US, ngayon pa lang namin sineselebrate yung Mother's Day. Yeah. Oo. So, sa pagiging nanay naman, ano yung pinaka gustong-gusto mo sa pagiging nanay?
Pinaka gusto ko, honestly, gusto ko sila lagi kasama. I just realized that when I got separated dun sa dalawang anak ko, noong una, nung nag-move ako, I have to leave them there kasi yung visa nila hindi pa naayos. So, doon ko na-realize na napaka-importante nila sa akin. Kasi di ba pagkasama ng tao, parang normal sila sa'yo. Every day, parang walang bago. Until got separated from them without any answer after that. Kung makakasama mo ba sila or you have to leave them there while you're gonna have another life here. So yun yung struggle ko na bilang mother, and that made me realize na I just want them around me. Yun yung ko, bilang nanay, dapat kasama ko mga anak ko.
Yes.
Like, kasi hindi ko na-experience yun when I was young. Kasi I grew up with a matriarchal family. Like a matriarchal leader. Wala akong dad because my dad was assassinated when I was just 2. So yung mom ko was forced into doing an obligation na dapat yung tatay ang gumagawa. So it's really hard for her and 6 of us in the family that she has to raise. So every day noon, nagtatrabaho siya. So we miss that time. And then I made that as my probably foundation or probably my example of what a mom is like. So sabi ko, yung mom dapat leader. Yung mommy dapat career-driven. Yung mommy dapat, dapat busy. Yung nilagay ko yung nanay ko sa pedestal talaga. So with me, I used to treat myself as like that because I keep working when I was in the Philippines. But when I moved here, suddenly, I was like, I got nothing to do. I don't drive. Naputulan ako ng pakakin. I can't do anything. So I learned to discover what I missed in the past, like when I was young, and then I have to like reflect again. And I said, and then my kids are not with me, and I started to have that longing. And I said like, oh, I need my children. Alam mo yon, pray pa nga ako dati kay God, God, bigyan mo lang ako, dalhin mo lang dito yung mga dalawang anak ko. Alam mo, halikan ko talaga yung lupa ng ng Australia. Sabi ko, God. parang joke ko lang naman yun. But then, I can really feel the desperation.
Yes.
You know?
Nakaka-relate ako sa'yo kasi ganyan din ako. when my husband and I got married na, and then I have to stay here, tapos naiwan yung mga anak ko doon. Talagang yun talaga everyday. Attorney, alam ko, kasi si Attorney Eileen is a immigration lawyer, so... Attorney, alam ko marami ka ng mga story na naririnig na ganyan, di ba, sa iyong mga clients, Pero gano'n talaga everyday. Alam mo yung paggising mo bago ka matulog, yun talaga yung dinidesire mo, inaano mo sa Lord. Ako gano'n. So sabi ko, Lord, sana hanggang finally nga by God's grace, nakuha na namin sila, nandito na sila. And then yung isa na lang, hinintay na lang namin yung yung appointment niya sa US Embassy. So, yeah, bilang nanay talaga, di ba, ganyan talaga.
Alam mo yun, yung araw-araw sa morning pala. Yung tipong yung yaya nila, yung ginugulo mo, kumusta sila dyan? Ganyan-ganyan. Huwag sila malilate. Yung little things na ma-micromanage mo na pati yaya nila kasi lahat gusto mo ginito. You can't do it yourself. So, alam mo yun, nung nawala sila, that made me long for them. And ngayon na nandito na sila sa akin, I don't think I want anything more as a mother. I just want them around me. Yun yung gusto ko. Yun yung gusto ko lang as a nanay na dapat kasama ko lang sila palagi. Kasi dati, lumaki ako, hindi ko kasama yung mommy ko. And now, I think that is a very, very value of mom, is to give their like that comfort and that, that security. Kaya nga, tinatawag natin sa Pilipinas yung nanay sa ilaw ng tahanan.
Yes.
Tahanan, because I think it's something to give brightness in the lives of the kids, and maybe the warmth as well because of the hug. Who can kiss some areas, like hurting areas of a child? Kikis mo lang and then wala na. Di ba nanay lang gumagawa nun? So, yun yung talong ko. And then ngayon, na ano ko yun, yung nagiging natural na siya for me na I want for my children as well. Alam mo yun. Kaya yun, parang yun lang yung basic lang siya for me na ako sila talaga.
So,
that reminds me, Sister Sarah.
Yeah.
Yung story na yan ay very, very common sa mga natin, OFW.
Correct.
Na nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa para kumita, para may padala sa kanilang mga pamilya. Tinitis nila yung malayo sa sariling mga anak. Tapos sa ibang bansa nag-aalaga sila ng ibang mga bata pero hindi nila maalagaan yung sariling mga anak. So makita mo doon yung sacrifice ng isang magulang. So ako talaga very grateful ako sa Panginoon na nakasama ko yung mga anak ko dito sa US. Na ako mismo, it's not easy. And then of course, alam mo to dahil wala tayong ibang kasama sa pagpapalaki sa mga anak, and then we're also working. Yung gagawin mo yung pag-aalaga at the same time nagtatrabaho ka. So kanya-kanya mga challenges, pero syempre bottom line is iba pa rin yung kasama mo yung mga anak mo kasi gaano man kahirap yung mga ginagawa mo. At the end of the day, uuwi ka na nandyan yung mga anak mo, di ba?
Correct.
Oo, tama ka dyan. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa mga anak ko, anak, united we stand, divided we...
ang word ko din yan sa mga anak ko noon, na we are team. Kung ano, we're team. So, kailangan magtulungan tayo, ganyan. Ganyan ang ano ko. Pero, Sister Chona, ready ka na ba? Kasi syempre, mga bata ngayon, iba na talaga yung kanilang, iba, yung henerasyon ngayon, diba? Talagang most of them are very independent, may sariling mga plano sa buhay, may mga sarili silang gustong maabot. Kasi yung mga anak ko ngayon, they're on their own.
Yeah.
Independent na sila. Oo, mayroon silang mga sariling plano, na yung ganun ba? Oo.
Oo.
So, ikaw ba ready ka din? Kasi ba, yung panganay mo, magpapaalam sa'yo, ma. Itong may pangarap ako, gusto kong o kumaga, magpapaalam sa'yo na maging independent siya. Are you ready for that, situation kapag nagpaalam siya sa'yo?
Actually, ngayon pa lang nakaano na kami, may mga expectations na kami.
Mm.
Ako, I'm
Mm.
set in just like a very light day.
Mm. Mm.
It's a normal occasion for us. Nagluluto ako, tapos pinapakain ko sila, tapos
Mm.
nasa breakfast table sila. So, abang ako, nagaganon-ganon, dyan lang sila katingin. So, ngayon, usap-usap kami about buhay-buhay. Tapos sabi ko,
Mm.
especially yung anak ko. It was actually timely na tinanong mo yan kasi it was just like few days ago
Mm.
when I spoke to my eldest kasi she will be her year 12. So, after that, at the end of the year, anak, you're gonna be out of school, and then what's your plan? So, do you want to study or do you want to go work? So, sabi niya, mag-work ako. Sabi niya, mag-work ako, mami, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Sabi ko, papa, pareho tayong hindi nagda-drive. Sabi niya, oh, well, mag-learn ka sa ako din, mag-learn ako. So, later on, switch na lang. So, we actually don't talk about moving out yet because they know my children are very, very dependent on me. But I always tell them to do something as well for themselves because they're not with me forever. They're gonna have their own family. They're gonna get married. So, gusto ko hanapin nila yung magiging career nila later on. Kasi sabi ko, it's just don't look for a job. You look for something that would really like be long term for you. Yung tingin mo mag-grow ka. So, hirap naman kasi dito kasi lahat na lang dito puro work. You don't even like your work but you just have to do it because yun sabi ng anak ko. Sabi ko, well, you can do the job. It means you can do the job but then you can pursue something else on the side. And maybe that something on the side will be your end job later on once you retire. Sabi kong ganon. There's always way. Sabi kong ganon. So, but to answer that question, I think I'm prepared. I am prepared because eventually, lalakihan sila. So, pag nandito lang naman yan sila. Babalik at babalik pa rin sa akin kakain. Ganyan.
Correct.
Kakain. Poor pa lang.
Kumare Evelyn, may question ka, kumare? At
Ayan. Habang naman ako,
Ayan.
meron akong may mini co-host. Okay. No, actually, I think the Lord's plan is underway for you. Meron nga akong, mamaya na siguro akong magbibigay ng word of encouragement. But thank you, Chona, for giving your heart out. You know, sometimes we don't realize the gift or the purpose or the talent that we are really supposed to major in. Remember, college is like, or high school is like, discovering whatever. And then probably, nung sinabi mo kasi na your parents were this and that, so you had to go into broadcast, no? But later on, alam mo, magagamit mo rin yan kasi syempre, in your way of exposing yourself to the public, you have to go back to, being able to speak before public. But I think as a person grows, no, he will discover the distinct talent. Di ba yung parable of the talents? We have 5, we have 1, we have 10, we have 15. And kung ikaw ay naging multi-talented, ang tawag natin dyan, multi-talented, no? I also discovered my knack for painting during the pandemic. So that is what was a positive thing for me. I didn't realize I had a knack to draw, to paint, And so God's purpose says, we can never outdo God. And pero ang nakikita ko sa iyo is your humility. Thank you that you don't only cater to the upperty, to the but you allow yourself to even go down and tama yan ha, always have free. Kasi that is the quality of a true artist. Alam mo naman ng mga artist, di ba, mga hungry for, yung parang mga starving artist, talagang they allow themselves to give freely to the people. So if continue to do that, and we don't know the name Chona Massingham becomes like in the Gucci, Versace, or whatever name, but still have that humility. Still have that humility where your grassroots. Alam mo, ang na-notice ko rin sa storya mo, that your talent came out because of parang you were in darkness, you were in depression, you were in something that was going on in your life.
Yeah.
And so, but you harnessed that. Hinarness mo yung talent mo to make something creative and positive. Tingnan mo ang aking nakikinig. Nakikinig siya sa ating lecture. So, go on, mabuhay ka, and do not forget your heritage, where you came from, and I hope you can incorporate, yung mga yung mga tribal natin, yung mga indigenous art din natin in your work, so that it also becomes a distinct. Alam mo, nung sinabi mo that your daughter is going to already have her formal, alam mo, that's another niche, ha? Kasi you already catered to the medyo mature audience, kumbaga, but now you're gonna cater to the young hindi na sila millennials, ano na sila anong tawag sa kanila na?
Generation X.
Generation Xers, ganyan. But
yun, Generation X. Sila
but remember,
Generation X is batang 90s yan, di ba?
Ganun po.
Basta Generation G or pag ganun, pabalik na, XYZ. Oo. Pero, kasi there's also in cloth art, meron ding mga dark, sobrang dark naman ang kanilang in example, yung mga medyo demonic, and we don't do that because we want to excel in excellence, but at the same time, give a positivity to our kababayan. So, I pray that if you go into the generation younger people, okay, here, she needs her, that you will do positive art for them so that they will not go into depression, not go into other things. And what else do you want to say? And baby art. Sabi niya, and also include baby art for the babies. Di ba?
Yes.
Okay.
I think everyone, I think art is for everyone. Like to express, even children, they can paint using their hands, their fingers, diba? Even pets, we use the paws or anything to put it, to stamp it, and then hang it. So I think it's for everyone, and everyone have that artist heart in them. And you probably just need someone that would really push you and teach in this. That I think we have all that.
Yeah. Basahin ko lang tong shout out sa ating mga viewers sa Facebook page ng PHLV Radio. Kung hindi pa po kayo naka-like, naka-follow, please do like and follow our PHLV Radio page po. And of course, we also have a YouTube channel. Pwede po kayo mag-subscribe, and pwede rin niyo pong i-download ang ating PHLV Radio app. Ayan, so hello po sa lahat po ng mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon sa ating PHLV Radio app. Ayan. At ito, Sister Chona, si Donna Buenaviaje, sabi niya, wow, Miss Chona, we're so proud of you. Do you do mentoring? It's ako.
I was actually in the shower earlier, and I was thinking about that because in here you need to have you need to have a sort of qualifications, and they like a government, like it's a stamp from the government. So in order for you to get that, to mentor and teach someone in art, you need to attain that. So probably I'll gonna ask some agencies here that that can help me na gamitin yung mga former years of learning ko and skills and transform that into something that I can use, like at least put it in a formal form, in a government form that you are qualified to teach. So kailangan ko as formality in order to teach, to mentor.
Ayan. Sabi din ni Ate Adele Ordinary from Long Beach, California. That's very nice of Chona. Ayan. Azil Racho of Daddy Vic from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Hello everyone watching from ayan. Maraming salamat po. Of course si Mama Del hindi pa talaga si Mama, si Amy Ligot. Hello watching from Cavite. Happy Mother's Day sa inyong mga kumares. Maraming salamat po. Ito yung pinsan mo, di ba, attorney?
Yes.
At ayan, si Daddy Vic, hello, mega love. Shout out sa iyo, Daddy Vic. Maraming salamat sa ang aking sister from another mother, Pastor Lenny Quasito Bushal. Thank you for watching and thank you for tagging your friends. Sabi ni Donna Buena Viaje, Happy Mother's Day, beautiful kumares. Ayan, yan ang gusto ko yung may beautiful. Maraming salamat, Sister Donna. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Ayan, sabi ni Pastor Lenny, Happy Mother's Day sa mga kumares. Ayan, sabi ni Ate Adele, hello mga beautiful Nax. Ate Adele, maraming salamat. Ito si Mama Delia. Si Mama Delia Ligot. Sabi niya, blessed evening, beautiful. Ayan na naman talaga si Mami.
Walang absent pa. Laging present.
Laging present si Mama. Sabi niya, beautiful kumares, Happy Mother's Day. Ayan, Happy Mother's Day din po sa inyo. Mama Delia, ayan. Sabi niya Ate Adele, si Asha Kelly, hello Sister Asha Kelly, hello kabayan, God is awesome, amen, praise God. Sabi niya Ate Adele, Happy Mother's Day to all moms, amen. Ayan, maraming salamat po. Hello Kuya Louie Roa, hello mga kumare, sabi niya, hello, ayan, may gig si Louie ngayon, si kabayan Louie, ang aking katandem sa Kumusta Kabayan, sa, ano ba yan? Bamboo Bistro ba yun? Ayan. Sa LA. Hello. Kabayan Louie, maraming salamat. And of course, Dr. Vanessa De Las Alas. Ayan. Good afternoon. Sabi niya, maraming salamat po. Ayan. Maraming salamat. Pastor Lenny for tagging your friends. Ayan. Please, ayan, mga kumaris, kumpares, please keep on sharing our program po. Ayan. So, napakabilis ng oras, 10:09 na po ng gabi po sa California. At syempre po, bago natin balikan si Sir Chona, ay ito naman, attorney, meron ba tayong pag-usapan natin? O
pwede natin pag-usapan yung naturalization siguro. Yan. Kasi total election, dito sa US, that's the big difference between legal permanent resident at saka naturalized citizen is the right to vote, diba? So of course, you can only vote here in the US if you are a US citizen. So kaya nga pagka nag-interview kami ng nag-apply for naturalization, tinatanong ko rin ano ba ang purpose mo, bakit gusto mo mag-naturalize? And most of the answers are, they want to naturalize because they want to be able to vote, and because of course, they want to be able to exercise their right to vote kasi they want to make change happen in terms of government, diba? Yung mga leaders natin. Pareho rin lang yan sa Philippines. Ano bang purpose mo? Bakit bumoboto ka? It's because gusto mo, syempre, na ang mamuno sa bansa ay yung taong sa tingin mo ay karapat-dapat, diba? Na ang purpose ay mapaunlad ang bayan, or depende sa plataforma din nung kandidato. So ganun din dito sa US. So ngayon pagka nag-naturalize ka na, naging citizen ka na, pwede ka nang bumoto, pwede ka na ring tumakbo sa mga government positions. Yan. So ngayon syempre may requirements ang naturalization. Ako nag-volunteer ako for to help people who are applying for naturalization sa Baker Ripley, which is a neighborhood parang non-profit organization. So meron silang ginagawa na one Saturday in a month kanon we provide free services, pro bono services sa mga gustong mag-naturalize. So what we do, we screen them. Of course, if they are qualified or eligible to naturalize, and if they are eligible, then we help them process. Of course, they ask, because it's a nonprofit, they have to represent themselves when they file it, but we guide them. We help them prepare their documents and tell them what to do next. Yan. And of course, to make sure na kompleto syempre yung kanilang mga documents. So what we do, we screen them. We determine if they are eligible to naturalize. When we say eligible to naturalize, meron tayong checklist, 'di ba, ng mga requirements, at syempre you have to comply yung mga requirements na yon. At syempre matatagpo naman requirements na yan sa website ng USCIS, but to just give you some examples, yung mga requirements na yan, ang unang tinitignan yung date. So when I look at the applicant, I have to see the actual green card, ang tawag natin doon. But it's known as the legal permanent resident card. Kasi tinitingnan natin doon yung date na it was issued. Because then that's the time when you have to start counting kung kailan. Ngayon, dalawang klase yan Kung mostly dalawa yan. Yung green card o yung LPR mo ay natanggap mo through marriage sa US citizen, di ba? Or through the rather process like family-based immigration or employment. And bakit kailangan nating i-qualify? Because kapag nakuha mo yung green card mo, you receive your green card based on marriage, 3 years lang ang requirement niyan, pwede ka na mag-naturalize. So 3 years na kailangan yung green card mo is 3 years na from the time it was issued. Okay, so magbibilang ka ngayon. Let's say na-issue siya ng January 1, let's say lang, January 1, 2018. So pwede na ba siyang mag-naturalize ngayong taon? So magbibilang ka January 1, 2018, 19, 20, 21, year 2022 na. So pwede na siya kasi nakatatlong taon na siya. Yan. Pero syempre, isa lang yun sa mga yung unang requirement pagka mag-apply ka. Pero marami ka pang dapat na i-comply. Like for example, oo nga, nakatatlong taon ka na nga. Na-comply mo ba yung physical presence requirement? Kasi syempre, pag green card ka, you can travel in and out of the country. Diba? So ngayon, bibilangin nila yun. Kailangan, hindi, yung total number of years na yun ay hindi sumobra doon sa required ng batas. Now, I'll talk more about that after I mention the other green card qualification ng number of years. Yung isa, pag hindi ka based sa marriage, 'di ba 3 years sa marriage, 'di ba? Pag hindi naman based sa marriage yung green card mo, ay 5 years ang bibilangin mo. So after 5 years ka pa pwede mag-apply ng mag-naturalize. Pero like I said, yun yung isa sa mga requirements. Kailangan mo pang ipakita na nandito ka sa bansa for about siguro masabi natin there's a specific number of ng days. So at least 30 months na nandito ka. Bago ka mag-file ng application mo, ganyan, ng naturalization mo, or siguro masabi natin not more than half of the time na nandito ka dapat not more than half of the time na required number of years nandito ka sa US. Ngayon, nagka-travel ka in and out of the country. Kailangan pag lumabas ka ng bansa, huwag ka naman mag-stay din ng more than 6 months. Kasi otherwise, magre-reset na naman yon. Kailangan kasi continuous presence, diba? Na hindi ka dapat mag-stay ng more than 6 months. Magre-reset yung time mo, magbibilang ka na naman another 3 years or another 5 years pag nasobrahan mo yon. Yan. So be very aware of the number of days that you're out of the country kasi it might be a reason to postpone or reset yung bilang mo ng time. Or it could also be a bar from, naturalizing. Pagka lumagpas ka ng mga 1 taon, mga ganyan, medyo meron ka pang mga additional hurdle na dadaanan bago ka ulit kasi if you are out of the country and you're on a green card for more than a year, it could be considered as abandonment of your green card. So kailangan mo na naman patunayan. So may mga additional na mga magiging complicated. So kaya tinatanong ko lagi, make sure na ilang araw ka nawala sa bansa, ilan ng total, mga ganyan. So yun. Also, sa interview ko, I want to know if the person can speak English, can read English, can understand English, because during the interview, you will be tested. May mga i-interviewin ka, kailan makasagot ka sa English. Merong ipapabasa sa'yo in English. Meron ding i-dictate sa'yo, kailangan maisulat mo yon in English. So, importante yon. Kaya pagka medyo, karamihan kasi ng mga nag-apply sa amin nung Saturday naturalization namin, pro bono, ay mga Spanish speaking. So, pagka gano'n na hindi pa sila makapagsalita ng English, inire-recommend namin na wag muna sila mag-apply, mag-enroll sila sa mga English classes ba? Kasi otherwise, deny. So, may mga ganun ng mga requirements. Of course, kailangan nilang i-demonstrate na sila ay may good moral character. So, tinatanong mo yan, ikaw ba, na-aresto ka na ba? Na-incarcerate ka ba? Kung nakulong ka, gaano katagal? Kasi may mga may mga computation. Like for example, kung magpas ka ng 6 months, medyo mahirapan, maraming kailangan mo pang dagdag, marami pang mga requirements na kailangan mong i-provide, or maghihintay ka ulit na ma-clear yung record mo for another 5 years or 6 years, 5 years or 3 years. Meron naman na may nagawa kang kasalanan permanent bar, ibig sabihin you can never naturalize. Like for example, yung nag-commit ka ng murder. Yan. O kaya yung mga aggravated felony. Ano ba yung mga katulad nun? Yung rape, sexual abuse of a minor, child pornography, trafficking, yan, permanent bar yun, hindi ka makakapag-naturalize. So, very kailan mong alamin. Hindi naman lahat ng nakulong, hindi na makakapag-naturalize. Like I said, depende doon sa kaso mo.
Oo, ako nga, na-naturalize.
Di ba? So, may mga qualifications. Of course, you have to ask your attorney, make sure na ito ang number 1 na sinasabi ko, you have to tell the truth. Kasi pagka may tinago ka, tapos ang USCIS, pagka during the interview yan, ganyang kakapal na documents na kilalagay. Saan kayo nanggaling yung mga documents? Kasi nag-i-investigate ng mga yan. Kahit nga yung traffic lang, yung traffic tickets mo, meron sila. They can get the records. So kasi nasabi ko sa mga clients yan. Kahit na traffic ticket lang yan, you have to declare. Hindi naman yung reason for you na hindi ka na makapag-naturalize, but you have to be honest. Kasi pag nalaman nila nagsisinungaling ka, then yan, medyo mahihirapan ka bago ka makapag-naturalize. Marami silang mahihilingin sa'yo. Yan. The other thing is, of course, kailangan mo alamin ng US history. Kasi bakit? May test yan eh. There are 10 questions. So, before na ginawang 20 questions siya ni President Trump before, pero nabalik na tayo sa 10 questions. So, kailangan masagot mo yung 6 na tama. Yan. Pero kung nasagot mo na, let's say may tinanong na 6, nasagot mo lahat, hindi ka natatanungin ng 4 pa.
So ang nangyari sa akin, naalala ko pa, attorney, ibig sabihin, nasagot ko yung 6 kasi 6 lang tinanong.
Ay, ang galing naman. Nag-review ka ha. Yeah, actually, bibigyan ka na, meron kasi parang 100 questions. Yun yung question bank nila yun eh. So, out of 100, pipili sila ng 10. So, hindi mo alam kung alin doon yung tatanong. So, kailangan alamin mo, reviewin mo yung 10. So, ang talaga is, kung makasagot ka na lang 6 na tama, okay na yun, pasado ka na. Ayan. Of course, syempre, kailangan, willing ka rin na mag-oath, mag-take ng oath of allegiance mo. So, may mga cases na simple lang, may mga cases na complicated, pero syempre, ang sinasabi ko lagi, mag-consult kayo sa attorney, immigration attorney na kahit saan, ang mga immigration attorneys naman kahit saan sila nakalocate sa US, ay pwede silang they can provide that service. Kahit kung may mga clients ako na nasa ibang states, okay lang because immigration is a federal law, so we can practice it wherever in the US. So, yun. So, you can reach out to the immigration attorneys na kilala ninyo o pinagkakatiwalaan ninyo para may consult yung case ninyo dahil it's like I said, it could be a simple case or it could be complicated, but you don't want to mess it up. So ayun lang siguro ang ating mapag-usapan ngayon dahil ng election, and magkakaroon din tayo ng election dito sa US sa November. Ayan, kaya yun, may importanteng malaman natin yung mga karapatan natin and how can you naturalize so that you can exercise your right to vote. Ayan. Maraming salamat, Kumaring Emlyn at Kumaring Sarah.
Maraming salamat, Attorney Eileen Ligot Dizan. Ayan, yan po ang kanyang segment na pag-usapan natin. Ayan, balikan po natin sa ang ating special guest, si Chona Massingham. Tama ba yung pronunciation ko? Kailangan yung slang ko, Massingham. Paano ba?
No.
Yun ba yung, that's how you pronounce it in Australia? Kasi ibang accent na Australia eh.
Oo nga pala, no? Paanong pronunciation, Sister Chona?
Hindi nga din ako magaling eh. Kasi di ba pagdating ko dito, dun sa Pilipinas, tayo eh, American English tayo. Pagdating dito, pinagtatawanan nila ako kasi I speak Yankee. So, yeah, American English. But ang ano nila ito, na-notice ko yung banana. 'Di ba sa States is banana. Dito dito 'di ba banana. So you just pronounce as
banana.
You know? Banana. So yung water sa atin diyan sa America, 'di ba water? Sa Philippines water din. Dito with no R, like water. Like water. So they don't yeah.
Parang mother. Diba?
Mother. Yes,
Mother.
Hello, Mother Delia.
Mother, wag may pronounce yung R.
Mother. Yeah. So, may mga Australian English na nag-a-adjust talaga ako.
Oo.
So, lang sila.
Iba, no? Yeah. Ikaw ba, Sarah, paano ba nila basahin yung last name mo? Kasi alam mo, hirap sila dito sa dyan sa last name mo, yung A, tapos may G.
Oo, pagka-pronounce na Balabagan. Balabagan. Pero doon naman sa middle, Balabagan. Ayan, kasi walang G. Oo, iba talaga. Ayan, sabi ni Abs, Bernal, Happy Mother's Day. Ayan, maraming salamat po. And salamat din sa aking asawa. Minomonitor niya ako. Sabi na siguro tumigil ka na. Adel Ordinario. Sa Panorama, Bambo Bistro ang gig ni Kabayan Louie Roa. Ayan. At thank you so much Ate Adel. Si Rosario Pardo, gandang hapon po. Ang gandang hapon mga ma'am. Maraming salamat. Si Daddy Vic, sabi niya ganda ng guest. Syempre
Thank you.
Ayan. So, Sister Chona, ang bilis ng oras, ano na lang, ano pong encouragement, bitin na bitin, sana magkaroon tayo ng part 2, ang dami pa natin pag-uusapan,
Yeah,
alam ko, lalo na mass communication ka, wala, hindi ka mauubusan ng sasabihin talaga.
Diba? Yung magagamit ko later on. I just realized, oo nga, madalas na pala ako napapag-guest ngayon. So, live. Sabi ko, napapractice ko na.
Diba?
Little did you know it. Little did you know it, you're back in broadcasting.
I actually never experienced broadcasting before, but probably I'll be on it.
You're on it
already. Ayan. Sister Chona, word of encouragement sa lahat ng mga artist dyan, na marahil medyo nangihina na, nawawalan yung sigla, baka tinatamad na. Word of encouragement sa kanila. And of course, sa mga mothers din, kasi Mother's Day ngayon.
Yes. Para para encourage ko, para sa mga artists around the world, kung sino man nanonood noon, once in my life, I'm like you. So I'm pertaining to those artists that are struggling to find worth, to find their identity in the art scene. But you know what? In my personal opinion, this is what I've learned. I think it doesn't matter how much you sell your artwork. It doesn't matter if you sell it or you can put it on exhibition or museum. What your identity, your gift. And that will never stop you, because some artists, they really want, they root their motives on how much they can sell their artwork. Mine, I put my intention on how much I can sell, or if I can sell a lot. My thing to share it. More people can have my artwork. It means I can share blessing to them, and that artwork can be a door of blessing to this household as well. So I think you just have to set your, not just an inspiration artist. I think you need as well to have that right heart.
Yes.
Because sometimes some artists, they can create when they are sad. Sometimes they can create more when they're happy. So there's nothing wrong. Whatever in your pace, you just create anyways. You don't stop your situation from creating. So that is your identity, and never lose that passion and fire. So right now, if you can just feel that you don't want to paint, it's all right, but just make sure you go back. You always have to like fan the flame and don't let it die, you know? And then to the moms out there, happy Mother's Day sa atin lahat. And I just want to encourage you that all of us have our own giftings. So don't look at others, because others probably, you want what they have. But when you look on someone, you will miss out what's for you. So as a mother, I know we have so much time with the kids, and of course we are women, and we have times as well that we look on ourselves and we look on other women around. And it's my advice that you have to collect yourself and believe in yourself, that even though you are a mother, you are beautiful. In every day of your life, you have to remember that your role in your family is very important. Without you, children around you will be nowhere. So our role as a mother is very important. So you keep that happiness inside you. So believe me, because I wasn't like this before. I was like really gain weight as well. Like it's just that happiness. I think it will just go. It will vibrate. Whatever is in your heart, you will show that, and you can share that to people. And regardless if your size, our age, our race, our heritage, we are all beautiful because we are all unique. So, mothers, happy Mother's Day, and I love you all.
Ayan, maraming salamat, Sister Chona Massingham. Ayan. Oo, thank you so much for your time. At ngayon naman mga kaibigan, bago tayo tuluyang magpaalam, ay maririnig muna natin ang mga payo ni Kumaring Emlyn habang nagpatulog sa kanyang apo.
Yan, tulog na ang aking co-host. But anyway, I thank you, Miss Chona Massingham, for giving an encouragement to all mothers. Sabi mo nga, whatever size, whatever weight, whatever situation you are in, just create. Oh, ang galing ha. Parang ano yan, a rhyme. Okay, dahil naman nag-umpisa tayo, because this is a historic event in the Philippines ongoing right now, and we are all Filipinos, whether you have already been naturalized in a different country, or you are an immigrant, or you are just a tourist, or you are just taking care of your apo, for the OFWs to work. We are all Filipinos, and this is our race, and we are concerned with our country. Let me just see what I researched on Mr. Google, Wikipedia. The first legislative election was for the Malolos Congress in June 23 up to September 10, 1898. The first election for the entirely elected body was in July 30, 1907. This was also the first general election in the Philippines. At alam naman natin na dineclare ang Pangulo doon sa Cavite, sa Kawit Cavite, di ba? So the Philippines is such a young nation, if we base it on that. But if we base it on our emancipation from foreign rules, especially in the 40s, when our last conquering giant country was Japan, and we were liberated by Allied forces. Of course, not only the U.S. Army, but also the Philippine resistance. Always remember that the Filipinos were doing already their part to liberate our country, no? So it could be, if you base it on that, so mga 70 years pa lang tayo. But ako, I base it on when Mount Pinatubo erupted. That was a historic event. When Mount Pinatubo erupted, all the foreign left the country, and we were left on our own. So right now, I will quote a verse, because may aspirations din Who knows? Eileen could run for something there in Texas, and she is representing the Filipino nation as well. Sarah even can run for something in California, and you are representing the Filipinos. Chona can be in Australia and represent the Filipino nation, no? But this is what I gathered from our guest today. And Chona, because this is my part, ang payo ni kumaring Ate Emlyn, I am a grandmother. This is my granddaughter, Andy. We are now based in Dubai. What I gathered from your story, because you told, para kang phoenix, you rose from the ashes of whatever was going on in your life. And the positive thing is you harnessed your talent to do positive things. And now, even now, as we were talking, nakakaisip ka na ng mga bagong do not lose your compassionate heart for the marginalized sectors, for those people without voices, for those even people without clothes. Diba? There are still a lot of people that we need to reach out to. But I am reminded in Colossians 3, verse 12, therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. I remember kasi sa post ni Sarah, meron din siyang linagay doon na a woman is clothed. And since you are dealing with fabrics and clothing, it is like what do you call it, an allegory or a parallelism or something that we need to clothe our kababayans with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Because I think the Filipino race has got it all. But sometimes we lack in compassion, sometimes we lack in kindness, humility, patience, lalo na, or gentleness. We have to bring that back. And yan po, si Ate Emlyn with my apo, natulog na. Thank you, Andy. Till next Monday, dito sa Kumares Walang Iwanan, ang mga payo ni Ate Emlyn, bato sa langit. Ang langit ay bukas para sa lahat. Just accept Jesus Christ in Jesus' name. Okay, mabuhay ang Pilipinas, and I pray wala nang masyadong violence in the elections sa sinabi nga ni Sarah. Naku, Lord, please help the Filipino nation. And Lord, because si Lord naman ang nag-a-appoint ng kings and queens and senators, whoever is the one, we should work for our Philippines.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Ayan, maraming salamat Kumaring Emlyn Santos. Ayan po ang mga payo ni Kumaring Emlyn. At bago kami tuloy magpaalam, basahin ko lang itong comment o message ni Sister Donna Buen Viaje. Sabi niya, Attorney Eileen, that is very kind, helping our kababayan as a volunteer. You are such a blessing to others as always. We learn a lot from your topics. Thanks for sharing. Ayan, maraming salamat Sister Donna. Ayan, thank you. And sabi niya, thank you beautiful kumares. Ayan, maraming salamat po mga kabayan. Mga kabayan dali, mga kumares at kumpares. Ayan, in behalf po ng PHLV Radio at ng SBMI at of course ng ating mga kumares, si Kumaring Emlyn at Kumaring Attorney Eileen. Maraming salamat sa iyo Sister Chona Massingham at naway makapanayam ka namin uli dito sa ating programa dahil nabitin ang ating kwentuhan. At sa inyo pong lahat mga kumares, kumpares, ayan dyan po sa Pilipinas, ayan, wag po natin sayangin ang ating boto, bumoto po tayo mga kaibigan. So, ayan, maraming salamat po and Kuya Yo, thank you so much and Happy Mother's Day sa lahat po ng mga nanay at Happy Mother's Day din kay Ate Flora at sa inyo pong lahat kay Mother Delia. Thank you so much. Delia, Happy Mother's Day sa iyo. And sa inyong lahat, Kumares Emlyn, Kumares Attorney Eileen, and of course, Sister Chona. Ayan, Happy Mother's Day sa inyo. Ayan, maraming salamat po. And next week, muli po kami samahan dito sa Kumares. Walang inuwanan. At tatandaan niyo po mga Kumares Kumpares, dito po sa ating programa ay talagang walang
Iwanan! Maraming salamat!
Nice meeting you, Miss